The current blueprint of Rwanda's transformation, Vision 2050, stands on the heels of the previous Vision 2020 to continue Rwanda's journey toward becoming a high-income country in the next 3 decades. This vision's implementation occurs in a series of medium-term plans, national strategies for transformation, of which the first NST1 spanned from 2017 to 2024. The NST1 emphasized establishing Rwanda as a globally competitive knowledge-based economy as one of its priorities, which in an increasingly digitalized world simplement that Rwanda had to become a digital society. What goals were identified to this end?
First, the primary goal, when we look at the ICT sector in regards to the National Strategy for Transformation, the primary goal was around ensuring that ICT, digital technologies, are an enabler for each and every other sector across the country. So be it agriculture, education, healthcare, financial services, to mention a few. But to achieve that, we had to break down the goals into concrete objectives. And one of the objectives was ensuring that all government services were online, making it easy for citizens to access government services, and so achieving 100% government service digitalization. The second objective was around ensuring we have digital literacy across the population. And so the target was that at least for the youth population, we have 100% digital literacy levels, and when it comes to adult population, who would achieve at least 60%. Then the third objective was around ensuring that we have achieved 95% mobile penetration. Majority of our citizens are able to use and benefit from the mobile technologies. The fourth one was internet penetration. We wanted to achieve over 55% internet penetration across Rwanda. And finally, when you look at all those objectives, really the end goal was also to ensure that the contribution of ICT when it comes to GDP is also something that is growing given the different investments that are being made within the ICT sector.
Once the goals were clear, the first task was to determine the focus areas where efforts to transform Rwanda into a digital society would be invested. 6 areas were identified: expanding connectivity, bringing services online, fostering an environment conducive to innovation, upskilling Rwandans with digital skills, smart cities and green urbanization, and taking the lead in responsible adoption of emerging technologies. The next step was to create blueprints that would inform actions in these focus areas and building the necessary infrastructure.
Having understood the vision of our leadership for the role of technology for socio-economic transformation, the policy and regulations were very critical to make sure that we enable the growth and the success that we wanted. First and foremost, we wanted to really create an infrastructure that is also anchored with a competitive environment, because we wanted to do it as government, but we also wanted to invite the private sector to create a more dynamic and scalable infrastructure. We also created a broadband policy and the Smart Rwanda Master Plan. The policies laid out the right foundation for investment. And the first investment that was very critical was laying out the backbone, fiber connectivity to enable broadband. And that project was really the anchor of connectivity across the country. And to date, having the backbone has enabled us to think about last mile connectivity, connecting schools, administrative offices, private businesses across the country. And that infrastructure really has enabled us to digitalize the services for the citizens.
In terms of economy, digitizing our industry, we've seen the level of digitization of key industries like the financial sectors, the banks. Recently, the digitization of all the SACCOs was completed, which is a key milestone in terms of financial inclusion.
Today, we want to be a technology hub, proof of concept hub for innovation, because we have the infrastructure that can enable creation of new ideas, new business models that can succeed both locally and globally. So the investments we've done, the regulations and policies that are agile and flexible, enable the investors to come, find a government that is willing to work with them, find a private sector that is ready to grow, but also the talent.
So how well have we succeeded in achieving what we set out to do? What value, what impact have Rwandans gained? Stay tuned for our next episode.